It's another edition of Checking In with Hein and Johnny, where the hosts bring in mystery topics that neither host knows anything about until the mics go hot and on the air. We are the show that keeps the host from talking about the weather and World War II 24 hours a day. Hey, Heine, man, what's on your mind?
To leave.
You are aching, Henry, today. What's aching? And let's discuss it.
My back.
Back is killing you. Is it sciatica? Is it bulged nerve? Pinched nerve?
It's leaking discs. I got in the hot tub Thursday night. I did not get out.
Smart. Wise.
Because I was crying.
Yeah, I've wept for 8 hours straight with a pinched, bulged disc before.
Yeah, I went off to the ER. Jake, fortunately, is into weightlifting.
He picked Dad up.
And so they got me out and put me in a office chair and rolled me out to the car and off to the ER. I love the ER. Here they're calm and cool.
Yeah. Nurses and attendants are awesome at the hospital.
Have you got lots of ER experience?
I have. Yeah. Due to my cardiac issues, the me and the nurses are like this, baby. We get tons of pokes, prods, and pills. I live because of miracle drugs that you see on TV all the time on advertisements. That's my middle name.
You know, the funny part, of course, there is a silver lining to every event where I'm crying and bawling, is that at 4 p.m., I went to get my acupuncture for the first time.
Nice.
And my butt looked like a porcupine. I have some special boudoir, let's call them boudoir photos.
Nice.
With my butt looking like a mess from the Wire Wheel. So I'm like, yeah, hey, this is pretty cool, I guess. And I leave the master studio and head to the hot tub and straight to the ER.
Not good. Did they put heat on you? Did they put their elbow on you?
Yeah, they said we normally don't put this many needles in the first time, but can you take a few more? I'm like, give it to me.
Whatever worked.
So we get to the ER, and I'm joking briefly because you don't get a lot of much time to entertain the ER docs because they're off to the next guy.
They're fast. Yeah.
And she said, no, you know, that acupuncture is supposed to be pretty good for managing pain. So, but I mean, there's only so much that, you know, taking an aspirin or a ibuprofen will only go so far. You've got to bring in the big guns, you know, the steroids, the oxys, and that is why I'm with you now.
So we were talking no pod this week, no vitamin Heine for all of us because the back pain, you could not sit up without weeping.
And well, I mean, it's once I get up and get going, I'm okay. But it's that, you know, I'm pretty cozy in bed.
Me too.
And when you're telling me I've got to get up and move.
Yeah.
Not happening.
I have reverted to my 3-year-old self about wanting to leave wherever I am at the moment. I do like to stay whatever I have. Now, I have heard through the grapevine, Heine, that some stroke victims see patterns like cows or shapes that of course is not there, but they recognize these things and they see them. Do you have that effect? Have you ever seen patterns or
that aren't there?
that aren't there? I would love to see that, because it would be like a free hippie run on acid. It would be a
Yeah,
low-cost hallucination.
I have none of the
The fun
side
one.
effects, none
Yeah.
of that. Actually, maybe slightly dizzy at times, but I'm always pretty. I have a fairly good sense of balance, but I'm a little unsteady on my legs, which is there's a difference.
Yeah. Yeah.
One is
Muscular
mental, one
dizziness.
is physical.
Yeah, the dizziness. I have dizziness quite often, once or twice a week for sure. And it's because for me, it's because the ticker doesn't work. So it's all those
Really?
medications. Yeah. But I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be alive, and that doctors create incredibly advanced pills to keep me walking. Well, so we have to tip our cap to the ER doctors for getting the Heine man into pod pole position.
The other thing about, the ER doctors are so pressed for time
For sure.
that they compress, they like go, okay, back pain bad. Okay, I've got a three armed assault on your pain. I'll knock it down by 30%. It's probably the best I can do. There's only
Get
so
you out
much
of
we
there.
can do for this stuff, but I'm giving you, this, and this, and you're taking it, and I go, hey, doc, you're talking 30%. I'm giving you a say 50, and maybe we're up to 100 on, or 90 when I get home and walking around. My regular doctor, gives me this little tiny half a Tic Tac. Like I did. Oh, this might make you dizzy. It might not. Doesn't look very big.
It might not do anything for you. It might be
And in fact,
worthless.
it doesn't,
It doesn't. No,
I
ER
mean,
will
people
give it
tell
to
me
you.
I'm taking gabapentin and it makes me depressed.
Who cares?
Like, gabapentin, I didn't even notice I took one.
You didn't.
It's supposed
You
to do
didn't.
something, make dizzy, vomit. Give me a sign.
Yeah, you may as well be having a sugar pill for as much help as gabapentin can do for
Maybe I'm
back
in
pain.
part of a secret test. How much
Yeah,
pain can you take?
you're in the half that doesn't get it. You get the sugar pill, and the other half got the actual
I'm
gabapentin.
always in that half.
Yeah. Everybody that I know that has had back surgery is on a serious regimen of back pain relief that they're on, from what I understand, forever. I mean, they basically can't sleep without something. So I'm trying to avoid the back surgery, trying not to have them get in there and put in some bolts and levers to help my back. So trying to
Yeah.
push that off as long as I can. How have you been able to keep it at bay all this time? Were you lifting concrete again? What were you doing that made your back go bad?
I don't know. It's either carrying my lawnmower, and I only have one arm to do it with. And so it takes all the weight. I guess I won't do, or the fertilizer bag. I won't do that again.
No, mine was mulch. Mine was mulch this week. I should not have done 6 bags of mulch, because then the old sciatica stepped up and started shooting. Gave me both barrels this week. Well, we have done very well on the complaint side. I love
Yes.
our achy complaint podcast. They make me very happy.
Enough about that.
Some things that we do need to explore is why they gave a map of all the cars and the most popular cars per state. They say that you guys in Utah are Ford buyers. Number one, it must be just because there's a lot of trucks, because Ford only sells like SUVs and the Mustang. Yeah, it's just got to be that, right? It's got to be a lot of SUVs, the Escape and Fusion. My state was Honda, which I mean, that makes sense, I guess. And California and Oregon, of course, because they're commies, is Tesla. Probably fuel price.
And they want to support Elon.
Yeah. Well, they love Elon. They want to make out with Elon Musk. They want to
either buy them or key them.
Yeah. They want to gum Elon. One thing that was kind of fascinating is that Artemis rocket went up this week. So they're sending people to the moon to live. So would you want to go live on the moon or Mars?
Heck yes. In a weightless environment, give it to me.
No back pain.
Right. She's sleeping upside down on the spacecraft.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't know what's upside down. There's no up, there's no down. There's just floating in spinal bliss.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been thinking
face blows up.
Yeah. So what? A whole sector of space tourism called Come to Planet X Sciatica Clinic.
Yeah, you will repair your bulging discs in 1 year. There will be the side effects you will die because your calcium will all be gone from your bones a year later. But your sciatica.
Well, you have to survive blast off.
Yeah. Yeah, and re-entry. When the
thing
you're
not
goes
coming
into
back.
The ocean.
You're not coming back.
You're
gonna feel so good. Just send some more crap up here. More donuts.
More Tang. Send me more Tang. I can't get enough
of space food sticks. Do you remember those?
The space food sticks when we were little? It was like a beef jerky that was like sugary.
Oh, it's like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. My goodness. So they have constantly been talking about these weird dads that do these nice things for their kids that are sick. And you and I had talked about how when you have boys, it's just a great excuse to go out and party and, I got to spend time with the boys. So you get to go to all the fun activities. Well, one dad noticed that his autistic son, relaxed at metal concerts. So they went to every heavy metal concert for the rest of their days. And it was all to help the son. And that sounds suspiciously like what you and I do. I think we need to go on vacation with the boys. Go to a metal concert.
Yeah. Yeah, he really likes it.
It's the only thing that makes him happy. He needs to go to the Stones concert again.
Well, he doesn't. He's banging his head.
He's a headbanger. He loves it. Stuff we do for our kids. My youngest son, Kiefer, has built 2 apps, and he's very, very excited. And I would not be a good father if I didn't say, we'll put down in the comments, click on his James Bond spy app. That's all things James Bond. We found out you love James Bond. And Kiefer adores it. He lives it. Yeah. So we'll please go on his 2. One's a gaming app, DiceBuddy Pro, and then the other is his spy one that's about the CIA MI5 spy trivia. So please do that. Then I'll feel like I'm not a complete butthole for a father, which I usually am, as you know.
Me too.
Yeah.
And of course, I never hid anything. Like, I never said, oh, the boys really want to help me sandblast this frame. And my 6-year-old is really good with the wire wheel, half horsepower unit.
He's excellent cleaning up the shavings while we're bonding together as a father and son.
Yeah. It was just, they'll be out of your hair. They won't be hanging out smoking.
Here. Yeah, they won't be here saying the most common thing that my grandkids say to me now that they're a little bit older is, I'm bored. When are we going to do anything? I'm like, well, everything that grandpa does is boring. Everything I do stinks. So
Well,
get
I
used.
think that's it's guys. You ever cleaned wire wheels? You're gonna love this. Charlie, he was helping me tape together the book cover yesterday. I'm yelling
Nice.
at him. He's going like, Grandpa, I'd rather be dipped in honey and fed to the ants. But that's just part of a developing his sense of humor.
That's right. Helping him be more human. I agree.
Now he went, and I've got some eye candy. Of course, it's secondhand.
Secondhand eye candy. That's all right.
But
We'll take
he
it.
gives the new movie, Mario 2. I
Oh,
can't believe that we're only on Mario 2.
yeah. Yeah.
He gave
And
it an enthusiastic 2 thumbs up.
I will add to that experience. Guess what person went with their grandkids? Me.
Who?
So
Mario 2.
I went to Mario Galaxy movie and I saw Princess Peach and
How
Princess
about
Rosalind.
Bowser Jr.?
Yeah. Oh,
There was
he's
something about
naughty.
Bowser Jr. getting stuck and
He's very naughty and cannot be trusted. He has bad goals. I'll tell you that. But our grandkids loved the Mario movie. One movie we thought was better for kids, it's like hilarious and fast moving, is Hoppers, where the little beaver has an avatar situation and he goes and lives with all the other animals. And it is funny, really funny. So if you're choosing 2 spring break movies, Mario Galaxy, they love the mushroom people and
okay.
the shrooms and the toads, but they will also love Hopper, he is an adorable beaver, and he has madcap adventure.
Well, I'll have to dope up really high and go to one of those with the full tilt seats and,
Full
see if
oxy,
I
and
can make
yeah,
up for that.
that's what I've noticed. For back pain, if I'm kicked back in those luxury theater seats, I'm better off. I don't have quite, if I can move back and forth, I don't scream out unnecessarily for no reason.
You have to wait for the big moment of cheering and applause to go, "Ah!" Right.
So there is a whole part of the economy that is scientifically creating difficulty, red tape, and bureaucracy so that we as consumers have such a hard time that we give up on complaining or returns or canceling something. It's such a big science that they say that companies have made it so hard with customer service to cancel or return or get your money back or get a refund or a guarantee. They make it so difficult that $165 billion a year they continue to make because we stop. We stop filling out the form. We stop making the phone call. We stop the online form because it's impossible to do. Have you ever had the email that comes to you and says, click here and put in your code that we emailed you? The trouble is, the email clicks you and you can't get back to the email to get the code. I think that's part of the scam. You can't get the code. You have to go and get a computer, get a phone, get an iPad, watch it on your TV. You have to have 7 things. So I agree with the article that was talking about that. I think they've made it so hard that we all just give up on canceling. It's not worth it. I'll just keep paying.
Well, my wife is wrestling. Now we have Disney Plus.
Yeah, you do.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, you have it.
So Chris is trying to get into Disney Plus. Enter your email, and it takes in this circle. I'm like, look, if you want to watch Bluey, you push the little button here and say Bluey, and it comes up somewhere. May not be on Disney Plus, but she is wrestling with enter your email. Now scan the barcode. Yeah, screw this.
It's so difficult. And it's
I
expensive.
need 2-point verification to watch Bluey.
Make jokes. Yeah. And then once you get in, so you're not even signed in yet, so you can't watch Bluey on Disney Plus. Once you're in, I swear, in 2 weeks, it'll make you do it all over again. You'll start totally over again, and they make you do it again for no reason. So yeah, I think it's true. The guy was saying it's enormous business to get people to stop, canceling, returning, doing anything. They just leave everything as it is, and it saves companies billions.
And we actually make more money at conveyors and equipment as we can convey these items that should be returned into the landfill.
Oh, you just throw them away. It's better just to chuck them.
I bought my yearly sprinkler because at the end of the year, the sprinkler the plastic end of it is worn out. It won't screw on the end of the hose again.
And
the
it doesn't
little
spin.
Aluminum piece is bent or not bent, but just it doesn't go back and forth anymore.
Move. No.
So this year, when I bought my new one, I noticed on the packaging, this piece of crap has a lifetime guarantee. Guess what? At the end of one season, it's going right back to Home Depot.
And they're hoping that you bought it for that, right? You're so sick of the sprinkler not working 4 months straight. They're hoping that you will never remember that it's got a lifetime.
That it has a lifetime there, and in gold lettering on the front, lifetime warranty. The guys who put that on there said they're never bringing it back.
I'm going to be willing to guarantee you that if we got the percentage, it'd be like 7%.
Oh yeah, you know what? It's going to be 8. I should have saved them all and brought them all back at once. Every one of these is a piece of crap.
Yeah, I have never had a sprinkler work for more than 2 years in my adult life. Yeah. And I don't think my dad ever bought 2 sprinklers. He had 1 sprinkler and it never broke. It never broke.
Here you go. Do something for the consumer. Put a piece of metal on the end of it.
Yeah.
Not plastic. Space age plastic.
Strangely, it will spin forever.
From recycled space food sticks.
My dad bought, as far as I remember, in my entire life, so in 21 years, he bought 2 clothes washers. I buy a new clothes washer, I'm telling you, every 4 years. They do not work past 4 years.
I've probably done we used to have a 65 washer passed down from whoever.
Yeah.
We were probably giving it to us in about 85. And there was a washer junkyard, like a U-Pull-It lot. And you could go out in the junkyard and my wife would be, are we going to get a new washer? Hell no.
No, it won't work.
I replaced the coupling between the motor and the drive on this son of a gun, and now it works like it was new in 1965. Fuck on.
It looks like a dream. Yeah. They don't break. Mine, they look all fancy and gray and silver and black. They don't work. Plus they smell. The weird bladders all fill up with gunk. And so I am daily scrubbing out my washing machine. It's bizarre. It's weird. But they don't last. They just don't last. Well,
yeah,
part of our lifestyle as a
don't talk about weird smells. Here in Utah, where it's like living in a tropical jungle because it's so wet. compared to New Mexico, where it's absolutely hermetically sealed against moisture. Everything dries up in a minute. Now you start, you used to be able to leave a towel around and it was dry. Next time you needed it, here or there. Oh, this baby is stinking, including my shower drain, which took, a whole bottle of Clorox to neutralize everything down there.
I know. My wife swears she puts nothing down her sink. She has her own sink. She swears I don't put anything down there. I disconnected it once, and there had to have been the Dracula's excrement head. I think she had jammed a dead body of somebody in there, and it had just rotted. The corpse had rotted in the pipe. So yes, I concur 100%. Whatever.
My wife's drain's perfectly clear. Nothing in there. An occasional bobby pin or earring.
She disposes of the bodies somewhere else. In the North 40. You guys have a nice wilderness where you could just bury the bodies kind of shallow, and then the animals will do the rest of the work. Is that correct?
No, Stella would drag it back in the house. Hey, look what I found out here. I brought it in and put it on the couch.
Aunt Edna. It would be back on there'd be a skull as a gift at the bottom of the bed. Look who visited. It's Bella.
She never digs up. Does that dog do anything bad?
This dog, the only thing this dog does is she barks in my face when I won't play with her. So as loud as she can, she just gets 5 inches from my face and barks at me. But she doesn't do anything, Henry. This dog doesn't do anything bad, but it does nothing.
It does nothing?
Nothing. Yeah. Except kisses. She gives me tons of kisses. Any trouble with the Duke and Stella? Anything we need to know about?
Nothing. The usual attacks on innocent children, and no, they don't do that. Sometimes visitors, Duke, if I could complain again, but if you put down the plate of scraps, Duke tries to tear the area where you put, maybe there's an empty plate you've left too long. He'll go over and leave his calling card. This is mine. And then it's mop the terrazzo again.
Yeah.
Then Stella barks at passing relentlessly.
Stella doesn't
if they tree a squirrel in the apple tree and the squirrel can't get out of there, there's an hour of continuous barking. And it's not little barks.
Cute.
It's massive. The whole neighborhood knows there's a squirrel in this tree. Get over here. And if somebody showed up with a shotgun, everybody'd be happy.
Speaking of bodies buried shallow in the back 40. So we will end on some eye candy for those folks. There is an entire entertainment TV genre called Nordic noir. Have you ever watched any show that's from Norway, Scandinavia, Sweden, where everybody's an alcoholic and suicidal and depressed all the time? Have you watched any show like that?
I saw Euro? No, I didn't.
Nothing.
The one where the kids formed the band. But no, okay, tell me more.
Shows like Wallander, The Bridge, The Killing, it's a whole genre, and it's always grisly characters that are haunted by their problems. And there is a new Netflix show based on the Harry Hola novels, and it is damaged folks trying to get things done with the detective work. So if you like that grizzled thing, Netflix is the place for you. They've got a whole new Harry Hola thing.
Because when you say Norway noir,
Nordic noir,
my thought, and that is of course translated loosely, what film noir, the key component is a hot chick and rather a guy, let's call the guy a sap. And then he is encouraged to do bad things that he knows he shouldn't do, but the hot babe is pushing him down the road to ruin.
Yeah. Yeah, the noir. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's the film noir is the femme fatale. She's definitely not the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case,
enjoy that. And the more, subtle they kind of drive you along and hotter
schmucks
they
like
are,
me.
the better.
Yeah. Yeah, the schmucks might like me end up doing all the bidding, and then some grizzled policeman has to come save me at the end. That's Chinatown, baby.
The guy goes to jail, and the girl drives off in her Mercedes.
Yeah, with the rich detective that knows all about the scam.
And
well, that's all our eye candy for today. Henry, what do we need to cover? The final four. Duke was out. I thought maybe Duke would win it all. They got beats.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, they're never going to come back again.
They haven't played it yet. I'm all for Arizona.
Arizona, they're in it. So we're going to say go Cats. Win this whole thing. Don't let anybody else win.
Who's there?
UConn's out.
UConn got they booted Duke and then got booted.
We're voting for UConn too. We'll say UConn. If UConn or Arizona gets in, we don't know. We're not sports fans. Sorry.
The bracket is still too large for us to accurately predict a winner.
It's busted. Take care of that back.
Under the knife soon, I'm sure. Bye.
Get in there. Let them cut you up. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Checking In with Hein and Johnny. You can follow all things Hein and Johnny by subscribing to Checking In with Hein and Johnny anywhere you listen to podcasts. Checking In with Hein and Johnny is sponsored by Conveyors and Equipment. They supply, design, and service all types of conveyors, belting, and material handling equipment since 1972. With 3 locations to serve you, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, and El Paso. Find them on the web at conveyequip.com. That's ConveyeEquuip.com.